And once again, a very pleasant good morning to you. It's May the 5th, Tuesday, day 50. Stay safe at home. Ron Crider here at Victoria at Indian River Shores. Love all those likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep them coming. Click the like button right now. That's kind of like my tip. That's the gas that fills my engine and keeps me going really strong. Shout out today to Tony, my business partner in Miami on the Panorama Tower project, and longtime friend and associate Tommy Debray, fellow broadcaster on the west coast of Florida, still going strong after all of these years. And George, former chief petty officer from the United States Navy. Go Navy. Richard, Ellen, Carol, Barby, Marian, Claire, Gail, Nancy, just a few of my next-door neighbors. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate you watching. Hope you have a really great day. We have a lot of things going on here today, so I'm going to keep plugging along as quickly as possible. This is a great weather day today, sunny all day. It was 67 degrees at 5:30 this morning when I started this. No rain is in our forecast again today. It's going to be warmer today, high about 90. More humid today, near about 86%. Warmer until tomorrow night. Then it's going to be a little bit cooler on Thursday. Here's some great news. All beaches and beach access points in Indian River County, including the town of Indian River Shores and Vero Beach, will open at 7 a.m. today under the new guidelines. Beachgoers can bask in the sunshine as long as they participate and practice social distancing. Beachgoers can lounge and are able to bring tents, beach umbrellas, chairs, blankets, and coolers. Some really bad news for sports fans and Floridians in general. Don Shula, football legend, passed away yesterday at 90 in Miami. He was like our local hero back in the 60s and 70s and the beginning of the Super Bowls and the great Daw fans. Oh, my goodness gracious, what a great guy he was. And yeah, right up until the end, he was still a real good inspiration to everyone. Remdesivir to arrive in hospitals this week to treat COVID-19. The drug lessens the recuperative period for COVID-19 by as much as 6 days. This is an American product by Gilead Sciences out in California. Another new product on the market that apparently is really good. We know Gilead very well. I've known them for at least 17 years. My son-in-law worked for them for at least 17 years. One of my next-door neighbors posted, I was on the boardwalk Saturday about 4 p.m. There was no distance spacing, no rules being followed. I was the only one wearing a mask, and the one-way arrows on the boardwalk were being removed. So may I say, it's no wonder our numbers are going to go up. No one cares. By the way, I haven't seen anyone patrolling the beach. It's sad for those of us who use the boardwalk for exercise and won't be able to, as it's been taken over by the wrongdoers. Okay, folks, come on. This is not the time to take our foot off the gas. We must social distance, wear masks. Please follow the rules. For me, it's going to be at least one more week, maybe two, stay safe at home week. I'm no stranger to walking on the edge. I can tell you that. I have done some really wild and crazy things, but not this time, especially when it may affect others. Customers slowly trickled inside eateries Monday morning here in Vero Beach. Today, all restaurants and retail stores statewide reopened indoor and outdoor service with limited capacity. The safety measures, part of what Governor Ron DeSantis dubbed Phase 1, were in full effect as employees at McDonald's, Maryland Fried Chicken, and IHOP restaurants wore protective face masks while taking orders and serving customers. Customers at IHOP were greeted with a sign in the front door that says, "Welcome back. Please use social distancing." Customers, along with employees, practiced social distancing at McDonald's on US 1 in Vero. While the drive-thru had back-to-back traffic, only a few customers ventured inside. All right, here's some interesting stuff. You got to understand this. There's an ongoing news cycle going on with the credible scientific data collectors. These are the folks that are I'm talking about really good scientific data collectors, suggesting many more projected USA deaths and positive cases are coming soon. And there are some of the same people projecting considerably less projected deaths and cases. And once again, I can say this to you. You're going to hear a lot about this. All these people are very credible, but they seem to have totally different ideas as to what's happening. So you're going to have to watch and pay attention. And I say this every time. Only time will give us a clear picture. We're just going to have to watch and do the best we can. So, folks, if you like to go on cruise ships, and we have friends that love going on cruise ships, and sometimes they go on 3 and 4 a year, Carnival Cruise Lines announced on Monday they plan to resume cruises from Miami and Port Canaveral late this summer. Beginning August 1st, Carnival said the ships from Miami and Port Canaveral and Galveston, Texas will resume service. Carnival said all North American cruises from June 27th to July 31st will be canceled. All right, this is a little bit of disappointing news, but I have to take it with a grain of salt. My one thumbs down viewer says, I am obsessed with the numbers and I am misleading you. Please let me be clear, folks. Having been in the broadcasting business for 50 years should give me a little bit of credibility. It's been my intention from day one to try, to the best of my ability, to present a clear replication of the current facts that I'm giving in the easiest manner possible for you to understand. I don't invent or slant the facts. I just report what I see. I always appreciate constructive suggestions, and I will try to do better. And I apologize if I have offended my naysayer. I have a couple of other things I want to point out to you. The most accurate way to understand the numbers that I give to you is kind of in your head, or take a look at the graphs and average them over 23 to 30 days. A 1 day spike or 1 day big drop is not indicative of how it's going to be for the next 30 days. Please understand that. Yes, it does need to be averaged. That's so important that as you look at the charts that you see here, and I don't make up these charts. I don't create these charts. These are put out by the state of Florida. So remember, please do averaging. I'm not suggesting because today it went down, it's going to go down every day. Please understand that. That's not what I'm doing. Here's a new improvement for the numbers. I now put the county in red that I'm talking about above each county. Therefore, you can skip through the counties that you aren't interested in by just advancing this video. So if all you care about is Indian River County, Vero Beach, where we live, and then you would like to skip through and skip to the end and watch my little thoughts for the day or whatever I have at the end of this video, you can do that very easily, because you'll see in red right at the top of the screen as you're skipping down, especially on an iPhone, you'll see Broward, Dade, Brevard, Indian River County. You can just skip through and stop at any one of those. So I've tried to make it even easier for you. Okay, folks, so let's now move into the numbers, and then I do have a few words of wisdom for you as soon as we get to the end of the numbers. Okay, folks, here we are in the state of Florida. These are the big numbers in Florida. Total people who have been tested thus far, 445,995. Tested positive, 36,897. Tested negative, 392,111. 8.3%. There's another way to look at it. 36,078 total cases, 35,969 residents tested positive. Hospitalization, 6,035. Deaths, 1,399. Let's go over here and take a look at the deaths as of, this would be May the 1st. This is May the 1st, and that was 17. So they haven't updated these numbers since May the 1st with the deaths right now. So the last accurate number we have is 1,399, and new ones on May the 1st was 17. Now, as far as new cases were concerned, this is on May the 3rd, there were 789 new cases. And again, I keep telling you, and I'll continue to remind you, just watch the peaks and average everything out that you see here. Everything should be averaged over 23 to 30 days. Now, I can tell you this, and we all understand this. If you have a whole lot of days that are going down, eventually the average is going to go down. And that's the same as if you have a whole lot of numbers going up, the average is going to go up. So, All righty, one more time. This is a little bit better view, 789, and that was on May the 3rd. This is May the 5th. Made a mistake back there. It's May the 5th. So that's where we are here in the state of Florida. Our average median age is 52.5 years, and the genders are pretty much, look at this, male and female are almost 50-50 split. So as we come into different counties, you'll notice that some counties will be a little more, some counties will be a little less. But at the end of the day, you have 17,969 male, 17,969 males, 17,963 females. I mean, come on. I mean, it's almost 50-50. All righty. Now, let's go to Indian River County. Indian River County is where we are here in Vero Beach. And we take a look over here again. Then take a look at this. As of 5/3, there was only one new case again, and the previous day was on 5/2, and there were 4. So that was not a good thing. But if you average all of this out, it seems to be averaging down. Now, obviously, this 4 is going to push the average up a little bit. But these days with 0 and 1s are very good days, and hopefully we'll have a lot more of those and a lot less of these days with 4 in there. Positive non-residents, 11, 8 total deaths, 23 hospitalizations here in Indian River County, and 87 positive residents. The median age group here is 64. Now we're going to go down to Dade County. I always hate going down there just because the numbers down there are sometimes really not good. So let's see how these folks did down in Dade County. All righty, here we are in Dade County, and see what happened here. 301 new cases on May the 3rd. 301 new cases on May the 3rd. Those are big numbers. There's another peak of 333 on April the 30th. So as you can see, they're coming down. Yes, they're coming down. You can average out for the past 23 to 30 days, and they are beginning to come down. So that's a good sign. And I'm not obsessing with these numbers. I'm just reporting exactly what I see. As you can see, it's the Florida COVID-19 Data and Surveillance Database, the Florida Department of Health, Divisions of Disease and Control, and Health Protection. So that's where it comes from. I'm not making these up, folks. 136 positive non-residents, 378 deaths, 1,664 hospitalizations, and 12,956 positive residents. And one more time, 301 in Miami, and that was of May the 3rd. There's nothing for the 4th yet, so apologize for that. Now we're going to go from Dade to Broward County. Broward County is Fort Lauderdale. And in Broward County, they had 68 new cases. But then if you look back here on April the 30th, there were 180. So that was a very big spike back there on April the 30th and a very big spike back on the 23rd. So those big things are going to make our average go up. But you can see how quickly it ramped up here until we got into April. It went up pretty quickly, and it's beginning to start coming down, except for this one really bad day here on April the 23rd. So in Broward County, 134 non-resident positive tests, 208 deaths, 1,026 hospitalizations, positive residents, 5,249. From Broward County, we move up to Palm Beach County. In Palm Beach County, now here, this is really bad. They had a spike. They're up to 169 new cases, and that was on May the 3rd. 169 cases. I mean, that's the second largest day since we started. So that is going to bring our ongoing average up considerably. We had a lot of these lesser days in here. So Palm Beach County is not doing particularly well, and hopefully they will continue to do their distance spacing and all the things they're wearing, their masks and so forth. Positive non-residents, 61, 196 deaths, 470 hospitalizations, 3,250 positive residents. So the median age group down there is 55. This is not a good thing down in Palm Beach County. Good reason why the governor chose to not open up Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties at the present time. Now from Palm Beach County, we'll go up to Martin County. Here in Martin County, once again, look at this spike. 13 on May the 3rd. 13 on May the 3rd, as compared to these little numbers over here. All these little small numbers back here on the April the 29th was 5, April the 30th was 5, and then we get over here to May the 3rd, 13. Big spike. It's like maybe the third largest day since we started doing this. So, as I say, I'm only reporting the news. This is what I see. This is what you see. This is what's actually taking place. Positive non-residents 10, total deaths 6 in Martin County, that's Stewart, 41 hospitalizations, 205 positive residents, and the median age in Martin County and Stewart is 55. Okay, folks, St. Lucie County is Fort Pierce. It's just the county beneath Indian River County where we are. We'll look over here first on May the 3rd. They only had 3 new cases on May the 3rd. So they are coming down nicely. They had a big spike in there on April the 16th. And the last big spike prior to that was on April the 9th. And then this spike over here was on April the 6th. So as you can see, they are subsiding somewhat. Positive non-residents 8, 25 total deaths in St. Lucie County, 75 hospitalizations. Positive residents 252. The median age group in St. Lucie County, Fort Pierce, 58. From St. Lucie County, we're going to skip over Indian River County. As we've already done that, we're going to go over to Brevard County. Brevard County is the county just north of us, and that is Melbourne. Melbourne spiked up again. Look at them. They're right there at 8 on May the 3rd. And the next big peak before that was on April the 29th. So look at this. And then the big peak was on April the 13th. So you had 13th and then the 9th. It's a pretty big peak. Could be worse. It could be like this on April the 29th. So I don't like seeing these come up, but that's just the way it is. Positive non-residents 9. Deaths 8, total deaths in Melbourne, Brevard County, 8, 48 hospitalizations, 301 residents, and the median age group up there is 53 years old. Here we are in Orange County. Orange County is Orlando. Now, Orlando is looking really good. I like the looks of this very much. And this, if you want to average this out, go the 23 to 30 days and average that out. You'll notice that it's definitely coming down. And I'm not obsessing with the numbers, folks. I'm showing you exactly the way it is. They only had 9 new cases on May the 3rd. 9 new cases May the 3rd. The previous day, there were 10. So these numbers look very nice. Orlando, you guys are doing great. Positive non-residents, 66. Deaths, 35, 250 hospitalizations, 1,372 positive residents. The median age group up there is 45 years old. It's pretty young up there. Total males, 702, and females, 669. So that'll give you an idea that the way this breaks out in Orange County. Let's go to the big numbers here. These are the U.S. cases. U.S. cases, 1,180,634, and the USA deaths, 68,934. The president is saying we may have as many as 100,000 deaths before this is over. There are some models that say 200,000 deaths. So we just have to wait and see and do the best we can. And sometimes the best we can is not good enough. We have to have it try even harder. Wear those masks. If you're old like me, don't go out. Global cases, 3,598,324 global cases. Global deaths, 251,832. 251,832. Okay, folks, wrapping it up today for May the 5th on a Tuesday here in Vero Beach. Wisdom waits for you to be silent enough to hear. Wisdom waits for you to be silent enough to hear. You learn a lot more when you listen than when you're talking. If everyone is thinking alike, then no one is thinking. Good old Ben Franklin. The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength. The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength. And as I say every day, you know what I'm going to say. Don't be a part of that problem. Always be a part of the solution. Don't be a part of the problem. Always be a part of the solution. I hope you have a terrific Tuesday. I'm trying to be as positive as I can, but report the numbers as I see them. I do appreciate all those likes. Thank you for the likes. Click the like button. I hope this new improved version is going to be a little bit better for you. And I hope you have a really, really good Tuesday. The Indian River Shores area of Vero Beach, where I live at Victoria Condominium, is coming up right now. I'll see you on Wednesday.